start with what you can tell us about Nikola and what happened there.
All I know is it's just a left knee injury. He has to go through the whole process of what it is. Watching it at halftime, it looked like his feet got tangled up with a teammate, and obviously immediately he knew something was wrong. So hey, this is part of the NBA. Anybody that gets hurt in this game, it's kind of gut wrenching, especially somebody as special as he is. So we'll find out more tomorrow, and we'll move on as a team. Obviously, right now, I'm more concerned just about him as a person, and the disappointment of going through something like that. So it's unfortunate, hoping for the best, just like we did with Cam, and the other starters that we've lost. So you just have to stay with it as a team and as a group. And honestly, you have to stay with it as a team and a group because that's how you best support your teammates that are out, by honoring them when you play. So we'll move on from there. Like I said, this is part of the NBA. It sucks. But hoping for the best tomorrow.
What do you tell your guys after something like that happens?
Yeah, I think it's like anything else. You have to keep it moving, and we will. And I think for them in the moment, it's a little bit of a shock, and then you have to understand the game's still going on. And I give Miami credit. I actually thought we came out with a lot of energy in the third quarter. They just could not miss. That was an unbelievable shooting performance by them in that quarter. After I thought we had a really good defensive second quarter to get ourselves back in the game. So, yeah, these things happen. It's part of life. Unfortunate for us, but like I said, hoping for the best with the news, and we'll move forward with the guys we have that are healthy. And this group has enough to win some games. Bottom line, and we just have to keep our heads up and keep pushing forward.
Human conditions being what they are, how do you coach the second half with the mind wandering and wondering and all the things that I know you're focused on the game, but you're not. I mean, you are, but you're not. How did you process all that?
To be honest, at halftime, I just checked on him, and there's no information to be given at that point, just to make sure he was okay mentally, because obviously it was a shock for him. But part of our job is to just continue to do what our job is. And then, tonight my mind will wander, and it'll wander about what we have to do going forward if he is out for a while or for a long time. Again, I keep saying this, you just keep reinventing yourself all the time. That's what you do as a team. Found a few things offensively later in that third quarter that I liked in the start of the fourth quarter, things that we can change up what we do, remain the same, but put people in different spots. So that's where we have to be. We have to be creative. We're very thin right now. That's just the way it is. It was really fun to watch Duran get out there and get to play at the end. I thought Hunter played his ass off. That's all you can ask from your players when something like that happens, or when you get blown out like we did tonight. You just ask for professionalism, and I thought we got that.
You got a little bright spot from Spencer Jones. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, Spence, it was good to see him make shots. He made a lot of shots tonight, but, as of late, he's had a little bit of a struggle from three. To go 5 for 5, I thought he really competed with their bigs, guarding Bam Adebayo for some of that game. And he did. He kept us in somewhat striking distance, in that third quarter until things got out of control. So, now Spence has been a bright spot all year. Again, as a two-way player, it's starting in the NBA for a team that's top 4 in the West. Like he's been nothing but beyond what we thought he would be this year. So happy for Spence. Another night he'll remember early in his NBA career.
When do you start game planning for, let's say, Joker's not going to be out in Toronto? When do you and the staff get together tonight and say, okay, what's our options?
Yeah, we'll get together tomorrow. I think everybody needs to take a deep breath here. I think sometimes when there's anxiety and stress and you force feed a meeting or group, I think a lot of stuff comes out of that's not thought forward. I think everyone has to take a break, take a breather, get the actual news first of whatever this is. Not to mention news of updates of where Aaron is, and and CB, and Cam obviously is out for a while, and then we can refocus and make smart decisions on what's best for this team. I know I need it. Just take a breather, reassess, and like we did with all these other injuries, you just, like I keep saying this, but you reinvent the best way you can as a coach, a coaching staff, and then the players. We have to have belief in each other going forward, and I think we will.
You said that you talked to him about how he's mentally. He was having an amazing game with amazing numbers in the 19 minutes he played. How is he mentally?
He's disappointed, but also he's waiting on information, so I'm sure there's some anxiety there. But again, I don't want to speak for him. That's just my take from when I talked to him. Nobody's in a good place after they get hurt. So Again, we'll wait for the information tomorrow, and then we'll do the smartest things we can do to keep the team going and keep trying to win games.
Do you know what the logistics will be? We do the MRI here. Do you fly first? How will you do it?
I have no idea. I'm sure the medical guys will let me know here. Obviously, the game just ended. I talked to the team. I'm in here. So more information tonight and in the morning before we fly to Toronto. It's just part of this process. You know what I mean? It's you don't get definitive answers right after these things happen. I know he's an extremely special player that people want updates on right away. It makes total sense to me. But we'll go through the process properly for him and for our team. Yeah, thanks.
You were obviously on the floor right there when Nikola went down. What happened from your perspective?
I don't really know too much because I was guarding the defender with the ball and everything like that, and get bumped off, try to prevent the shot from going in, turn around. I just see him on the floor, and we're all like, what's going on there? And I never want to see him on the floor or anything like that. And so hope he'll be all right, and we'll be praying for him.
Yeah, what's the mentality going back into the second half of that game then, knowing that you'll be without him?
Yeah, I mean, look, we knew the score was 63-63, so it's 0-0 reset, and see what we can do without him and everything like that, and grow from there. And then that's going to be the priority throughout this trip. Who will step up. It's really going to put a lot on our leadership and everything like that. And so we're excited for it.
How do you execute that next man up mentality?
It's really just more of a mindset than anything. We all know we got to do a little bit more just because he does so much for our team. But we're ready for pick it up for him.
As someone who's been kind of back and forth two-way, do you tell anything to some of these guys that are going to get more opportunities now?
Yeah, I mean, just go out there and just play hard. Usually, the rest will take care of it. You're going to feel unprepared. You're going to feel like, the moment's going to feel big and everything like that. Just keep going, keep out there. I mean, look, first couple times I went out there, didn't look too comfortable, didn't look too great, and, you just push through it and, make the mistakes as you make the mistakes and just keep going.
What can you learn from a game like this?
It's the NBA, they got hot from three. They really brought it to us. You can't slack around any game or anything like that. I mean, they definitely, brought the contact and everything like that and killed us inside. Then they were killing us outside. And so it's something where you got to bring it every day. So, all right, thank you.
Appreciate you.
I mean, I just wish the best, first thing that went through my mind was hope it's not what I had. So as long as that's out of the equation, then obviously it's part of the game, but we never want to see it happen. So I'll talk to him soon.
I know there's no news yet, but how do you kind of regroup moving forward, knowing you might have a couple games without him?
It's the same kind of mentality, just next man up. We got to focus on what's in here. Obviously, he's not just a big part of what we do, but almost everything what we do. So we just want to see him healthy. For the most, we just want to see him healthy, and everybody's in here to ready to step up.
David was talking about how you guys might have to get creative with what you're doing offensively. Did you find anything in that second half that you feel like you can use?
Spencer Jones. No, I think just keeping the ball hopping, playing fast, and playing some defense. And hopefully this gives us a chance to play some defense and have a faster play style. But, when you lose the MVPs, it's always not going to be easy.
Yeah, being down 4 starters now, what do you need from everybody else on this team that is available?
I think most of all just being in the right spirit, right mental attitude, making shots, other team making shots. It's going to be it is what it is. But I think, just our approach to the game, how we deal with adversity, how we deal with being up, whatever the case may be. I think just our mental going into the games as a group, I think that's super important. So, just looking for positive energy all around.
Jamal, there's next man up is next man up, obviously, but there is no compare to Nikola. How, just the mental blow of that, what was it like in here? What was it like trying to play with all the uncertainty and not knowing and wondering what's going to come in the next couple of days?
Next man up mentality. I mean, we've had injuries all throughout the season, so like I said, it just depends on our mental going into each game, having the right approach to the game. We've played without certain guys before, so we just got to figure it out.